And we're back. Welcome to another episode of Where's My Anime? We're live on YouTube, Facebook, X, and Twitch.
And whatever platform you're on, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
As always, with your boy Jay Sama.
And I'm Dap. And let's get into it on another episode of Where's My Anime?
Yes, sir.
And here we are. Here we are.
So we're
Did you like
back.
the intro?
We're back. We're back with another one.
And we bring guests. Oh, this the middle spot over here, or whatever size, is a person right there, believe it or not. And this is Chris Fry, the anime guy, joining us today.
Thank you guys for having me on.
Give it up for my boy Chris.
Rah, rah, rah.
You got the second place trophy of being the second guest on the show, man.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Glad to have you
All right.
on tonight.
Thanks for having me, y'all. Be nice to be here.
Thank you for taking the time to hang out with us.
Sure. What's going on? Black Love by Design. Hi, everyone. Hey, how you doing?
Top of the evening.
Top of the. Oh, where's the guest face? Oh, he's faceless tonight. You know what I'm saying? Next time he up here, he gonna show the pearly whites and everything.
Yeah, I wanted to lie and be like, we're testing out AI. This is our new AI.
So we got AI as a guest tonight. Okay,
Shout out Elon.
Appreciate you. We got a little bit of a non-stack lineup tonight. Like in the intro, I said we're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X. Appreciate everybody for coming out, rocking with us tonight. Tonight we're gonna be going over My Hero, Academia Vigilante Season 1, Devil May Cry, 2B Hero X, Yaba, and Go Go Loser, and Fire Force 2. Let's not forget about Fire Force for sure. But how was y'all week this week, man? How was it going, man? Go ahead and give us a little intel of what happened this week.
It's only right out of common courtesy to have a guest go first.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Chris.
This is me. Okay. Week's going good. I've been trying to catch up with your guys' list on anime. My Hero Academia, so glad to be able to talk about that because I actually was able to catch up a little bit on that one.
And there really ain't much to catch up on, right?
No, it wasn't that many episodes, thankfully. But
Yeah. And sadly, I already got to start the show off by saying Komendasai. I said Chris Fry, the anime guy. I should have said manga guy because unlike me and Jay Sama, you actually read mangas.
I do read the mangas a lot, mostly because I'm very impatient and I hate waiting for the new episodes to come out. But yeah, that's my thing.
Hey,
I haven't done them on all of them, but there's quite a few that I've read through the manga quite a bit, and so I think I'm the show's one place, but it's actually another sometimes. So my bad if I throw out a spoiler every now and then.
Oh,
No spoilers.
I'll try my best.
Please no spoilers. Don't give us a spoiler like from chapter 99 or something. But as our guest, man, what are some of the animes that you might not be talking about that you have an interest in?
Let's see. Like newer ones, or are we talking about just like favorite animes or something?
I mean, favorite newer ones.
Okay, well, I'm always going to be a hardcore fan of Yu Yu Hakusho. It will be always one of my favorites for forever.
Okay.
It's what got me introduced into like the shonen style anime where you like the tournaments and the fighting the guys who are significantly stronger and then you get stronger type stuff. Always a good favorite. Now newer stuff, I did finish Moon Rising not too long ago.
Okay.
Surprisingly good. It's a little weird. Definitely jumps around some for those who haven't watched it, but still worth a watch. Definitely recommend. And then of course, I have never gotten around to watching Assassination Classroom, so I've actually been watching that one.
Okay.
Which, for anybody who hasn't, the teacher is voiced by the guy who voices Usopp, which I think is hilarious.
Really?
Yes,
Damn, I didn't know
it's
that.
100% Usopp, and it's funny because when he's acting like weird and he's getting caught doing pervy shit, it makes complete sense that it's Usopp's voice. But then there's these few moments where he's like a bad A and he's really cool, and I'm like, that it's weird that it's Usopp.
Well, I guess you say Usopp. Are you talking about Japanese Usopp, American Usopp? You watching dub? You watching sub?
I'm talking about dub Usopp. That's fair. It's dub Usopp.
Oh,
I am a horrible person who mostly just watches dub. So
that is horrible.
I know.
You're already reading the manga. You can read the subtitles too. What are you doing?
That's
Might as well just read the manga at that point.
Fair.
is that all you got, Chris, or those are your main ones?
Those are my main ones at the moment.
Okay.
It changes around, jumps. Of course, we always got new anime every season.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as right now, those are the ones I'm really focused on.
Hey, at the tail end of that, did I hear you say that you read Bleach manga too? Is that what you said?
No, hell no.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not a big Bleach guy. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's only part of the big three, so I mean, I don't know how you missed out on that, but okay.
Yeah, it's just barely on the big three, but sure.
The big three on the back end.
All good.
No, I always liked Bleach, but there's some issues with it that kind of got me out of it. I was more Naruto. Naruto was my big of the big three. Well, and one.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Naruto was like the back end of the big three, and Bleach was, up front.
Hey, everybody's got their preferences, so
exactly. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
sometimes. I see it. Yeah. Fair enough.
All good, man. Well, appreciate you for coming on the show, Chris. Taking out the time, man, to come mess with us. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into it. Again, we're live on Facebook, Twitch, X, and YouTube. Feel free to drop something in the comment section if you agree with what I'm saying or disagreeing with that, or maybe agreeing with Chris. Drop something in the comment section, man. Let us know. We'll post you up. And we'll talk about it. We'll engage with it. But leading off first, let's go into My Hero Academia Vigilante Season 1, Episode 8, Major. Chris, go ahead, man. We'll let you go first since you're the guest of honor, man.
How you get thrown under the bus here?
I'll tell you what. I'll go first on this one, and I'll let you get the next one. Then. So for me, man, like I was telling Dap earlier in the week, man, I had to pause it because the Vigilante series, man, has been kind of disappointing for me because I know what the potential of it could be, since it's predating, My Hero Academia, and I just feel like Vigilante series can tell more compelling stories about heroes we don't really have a lot of information on, villains we don't have a lot of information on, and I feel like they did that with Stain, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? And they do like little quick cameos of other heroes, and we're stuck with the main characters of this show, and I just feel like they're not doing a great job carrying it. And so when I'm watching this episode here, I see fucking Godzilla basically, destroying buildings, man. I had to pause it, man. I couldn't even watch the whole. Watch the whole episode. I came back to it earlier today. Rewatched the beginning of it. The American hero in this thing, man. I don't know, man. It just doesn't do much for me, right? Like, why the American hero gotta have lawsuits against them for women, bro. Like, what are we talking about here? So I don't know, man. Like it was a little strange. Um, I don't know. This episode was all right, man. If this episode was in like My Hero Academia season, this would be complete filler. It would just be complete filler. So with that being said, I didn't like this episode. I didn't think the episode was really much to really talk about. But as our guest, Chris, go ahead and give us your opinion of this episode.
Okay. Well, for My Hero or Academia Vigilante, at least just in general so far, I'm kind of liking it. I'm not quite at the point where I'm like it's a little disappointing, but I'm also it's definitely not an anime at this moment that I'm like, man, this thing's awesome and I can't wait to watch more. It's more I'm kind of like,
Yeah,
kind of forcing myself to go to episode because it's attached to My Hero Academia. That's my thing right now.
Yeah.
that's the only.
There's nothing so far that makes me go, oh, I got to see what's next. That's my thing.
Yeah,
Like I will say I do like the main characters so far. The little bit we've seen of them. Pop Step, I think that was her name. I'm bad with names, but I like her design. I think she's funny. The Crawler, I guess, is his hero name, which is just awful. But I mean, it's My Hero Academia, so it's kind of expected at this point. But him, I've actually come to really enjoy, and then Knuckle Duster or whatever. I don't know. He's still weird. He's still up in the air for me. I haven't really decided anything on him yet. But overall, like I said, it's mostly I'm watching it to watch it. Captain Celebrity, I kind of get the little bit of digs that they do at him. I mean, Japan isn't a big fan of the U.S. in general. With us coming over there, we've done horrible things, unfortunately. So them doing stuff like this, I feel like is more them going, this is how we see America more than anything. Might not be that big of a statement, but it definitely, I think, is where they see us kind of culturally, which is expected, unfortunately. But other than that, it's honestly, if they don't do nothing like spectacular, it's just going to be one of those animes that you watch, and then once you're done with it, it's probably just going to fly out of your head. Be honest.
Yep. What about you, Dad, man? What do you think about that?
I'm gonna have to steal one of your segues, Jason. I see this episode as major filler, and here's why. There's really nothing that you get out of this episode. So it starts off, you see somebody that took Trigger to become a big giant Godzilla thing. For whatever reason, huh?
For the 10th time.
For the 10th time. I mean, it's really, yeah, a lot of Triggers been turning people into giant monster, whatever. but Trigger's turning everybody into like giant monsters, and they're not getting away from this trope where Trigger has people walking around with their tongue hanging out of their mouth and it's black. We don't need to see that to know that they took Trigger. Make it more of a mystery that we don't know who took Trigger. These are just random villains going out doing villainous stuff. Like, actually have something that makes the Trigger have meaning or a reason to be mysterious. Like, it just gets thrown in our face almost every episode. Somebody took Trigger. How do you know? Their tongue is sticking out, waving, and it's black. What do they do? Stop doing that. Yeah. And then we get introduced to a hero out of nowhere, Captain Celebrity. I ain't gonna apologize for what I'm about to say. Like, it comes with the regular trope. They see Americans as blonde-haired, blue-eyed people coming through. At least the most popular, I guess. Yeah. But we got him come through, and I'm kind of confused on what his quirk is. Like, he said he could fly, and I feel like I had this problem with the main series thing too. Like, they'll introduce a person in their court, and really their quirk is incomplete because yeah, it's cool what they have, but without having like super strength or something to counteract what their quirk is, it's kind of pointless. Because like to my understanding, the only thing that Captain Celebrity can do is fly. Correct?
Was that his
Uh,
only quirk?
I feel
nah,
like his quirk was just flying or some shit.
Oh man,
they never
I don't
explained
know.
it, but I feel like his quirk was like, you know, he could fly and he was strong. You know what I'm saying?
But
I
like,
kind of got the
it,
feeling he was meant to be kind of like a Superman knockoff, is what it kind of felt like to
Yeah,
me.
true. Actually, I didn't even think about. I didn't even think about Superman. But yeah, but I'm pretty sure his quirk was only flight.
Uh,
But we seen him do a lot of stuff that went beyond just flight. If it was just flight. If I'm wrong on that, somebody drop a comment and definitely let me know.
I was gonna
I
say,
mean,
doesn't
Um,
he like kick the kaiju like in the face to knock it down?
he
That
did.
would be like super strength threat.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, demolished the whole building.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's,
So, and
But like,
that's
I
quirk.
thought it, I thought it was staged at the minute because I thought they had like construction workers actually breaking down the building while he was breaking it down too to kind of make it seem like he was doing it since it seemed like he
that
had like a lot of background stuff that was happening for him to make him you know really steal the spotlight and have the moment that he's going for whenever he does something. But I guess
honestly,
that
that
wasn't
would
the case.
that would make him a better character. It would give him a little more
That would be funny.
like
That'd be
substance.
funny.
Yeah, it would make it
Yeah,
funny. Like if like all of his stuff was just you know faked. I guess
Hollywood,
that would be funny.
like you know,
I mean,
Captain Hollywood type shit.
yeah, it's just it would have fit the story perfectly because his name is Captain Celebrity. That's what celebrities do. Capitalize on perfect situations and shit. So, but he, I didn't really care for him. Like I said, this episode was a major film. Major film. But they got half the story or half the title of this episode correct.
Yeah,
I don't have anything that I would really want to take over to the next episode. We already know we're probably going to see Captain Celebrity a little bit more because he's taking a liking to Kochi. Um, and I guess if you want to count, I don't remember a girl's name with the what you call that? The truth? Not the truth.
um, so Marketo.
Huh?
Her name was Marketo.
Yeah. Like unless she comes through tying in some extra knots between this Koichi and Captain Celebrity, like it's really his feeling. I don't know what we get out of it.
Yo,
I don't know.
you know what's one interesting thing? I thought when he had touched her that she was gonna ask him, "Did you really, did you really hurt those women that he had the cases with?" I thought she was gonna ask him something about you know the cases that he had when he actually
Definitely.
touched her. 'Cause, you know she has the truth cord, right? But
Yeah.
all she did was just call his wife. I was like, "Eh, the fuck, all right,
That was
filler,
like that was funny. That was funny though.
it was all right, man." But just to double back on what you guys were talking about with the American trope, um, man, My Hero Academia gave us stars and stripes, bro. You know what
That
I'm
Yep.
saying?
that is true.
They gave
Yeah,
us fucking
Yep.
stars and stripes.
yeah.
And then vigilantes come up with this guy. Like, come on,
Yeah.
man.
It's also kind of like the two sides though too, because that is kind of like how we're shown over there. Is like either we're this badass who's amazing, or we're
Yeah.
Captain Celebrity.
Or you're like Don Juan.
So yeah, I mean you're fair. That's a fair point. I didn't really think of that, but yeah, like they did give us at one point, this awesome character whose
Yeah,
power is flipping amazing. Like her quirk was super cool.
anything with the Air Force and shit, dog. You know,
Yeah,
I'm ready. So I don't know. I was highly disappointed, man.
Yeah. So, but we're gonna be here for the next episode.
That's true.
Man.
I'll lead off the ratings. I'm gonna give this episode like a solid 4.5, man. Just really nothing for me here. I'm just disappointed again. Another disappointing episode. Go ahead, Chris. What you giving it? Well, scale from 1 to 10.
1 to 10. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I would give it a 5. It's for me. It's very meh. It's not horrible, so that's why I won't go below 5. But it's definitely not. There's nothing special in this. Nothing really that's going to make you go, oh, that was really cool. So yeah, 5 for me.
Yeah, I just have to continue off of the fact that to me this comes off as major filler. I
Major
give it, I give it a 3. Like I'm trying to remember what the last. I'm pretty sure the last episode. Granted, I don't remember it. The fact that this came after the last episode, I don't think that helped none either. So I feel like the last episode gave more to the story, and this one it didn't.
Hey, and you know what, man? I feel like next episode is gonna be a filler too, man, because it's an episode about his mom coming into town, and she's pretty fucking strict. Did you not watch
Oh yeah, that is right. That is right. Yeah, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Oh, there's more filler to come.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. Because like it's not even background story for the main series. Like we're in the middle of a big war in the main series, and this is what we're talking about right now. We're talking about a college student's mom coming to check on him. He's freaking out, and cleaning up his spot. Like that doesn't.
Oh, my mom's coming. Everything got a little spiffy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I thought I had a girlfriend. I don't really have one. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Oh damn! So you tell me it's about to turn to a love story too between him and Pop? No, they can't. Can they even do that? No, they can't do that. They
You
can't
didn't
do
watch?
that.
You didn't watch the preview, man?
I
She
don't do
ran.
that. No.
Yo, he told her. He said, "Yo, my mom. Her number one thing is she don't like lies. But I told her I had a girlfriend. Right? Pop runs out the fucking joint. She just storms out, and then his mom comes, and she's like, "Everything looks nice in here, but where's your girlfriend?" And that's how the episode. That's how the episode ends.
Oh,
Oh
God.
damn! No, I know exactly how this is gonna go, bro. It's gonna be
Yeah.
what's her girl's name with the truth?
Yeah.
Nah, it's gonna be a battle between Pop Step and old girl with the truth thing. Because remember, Pop
Mikado
is
lady.
jealous of her. Yeah, because Pop
Mikado.
is jealous of her.
Oh, gosh.
That's exactly what it's gonna be.
Sounds
That's
like we got
exactly what it's gonna be.
So we're going to have to deal with some love triangle nonsense. Great.
yeah, kind of like
Yes.
Dandy Dan. Kind of like Dandy Dan.
No, not like just
You're right. Like Dandy Dan, man. Don't lie.
man. I'm glad you even said that, man. I seen some shit I shouldn't have seen about Dan to Dan, and now I know more than I wanted to know. But did you watch the trailer? I'm sorry. We going well. Let's continue on what we got listed. Sorry. Sorry. Come in inside.
Yeah, we'll circle back to Dandy Dan, man. Any final thoughts, Chris, on My Hero?
No, I think we've pretty covered it.
Hey, Black Love by Design said yes, just like Dandy Dan. Right, love crazy bullshit. That's exactly what Dandy Dan is made of. Hey, man,
I digress.
appreciate you, Black Love by Design. But with that being said, we're gonna move the show along. Thanks for everybody who's just coming in. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X. This is another episode of Where's My Anime. I'm your boy Jay Sama. This is the anime review antagonist Dap. And we got a special guest here, Chris Fry, who will remain faceless until next time.
Unfortunately, but yes.
It's all good.
Yeah, that's all good.
I'm
Next thing we're gonna talk about, we're gonna get into Devil May Cry season 1, episode 7, At the Gates of Paradise. Dad, why don't you take this one for us right now?
Yeah, man. That's well, first I'm gonna say I messed up. I put this title in the last episode, and that wasn't correct. This was the actual correct title for this episode. But nonetheless, this is another great episode. Hey, at least I'm addressing it. But it was another great episode, man. I didn't catch none of that.
I said nobody cares about your mistakes, Dad.
Hey, cool. I mean, I'm cool with that. All right. Well, but like I was saying, that's another great episode, man. Every episode's been just straight hot fire on this show. This one, I feel like it closes the. I don't want to say. I don't know how to say. Like it closes off the triangle, like the connect the dots between Maria, Dante, and I'm meant to go get the White Rabbit's actual name, but the White Rabbit.
Yeah.
So we finally get all them in one spot. The white. I'm sorry, kind of I'm kind of confused on the White Rabbit's like actual goal still though. Like he broke down what he meant. Like he was saying like I'm killing other demons that are coming to. I'm killing demons because it's the same thing. Wait, I'm killing demons because it's not as worse as what the humans will do to them if they discover their existence as well. But his thing is, I'm still trying to, supposedly, he's still trying to get the people who basically have the common sense, who have the personality and the drive to just live peacefully and freely and safely to freedom, but still getting them killed in the process. I mean, I'm not completely grabbing his actual goal or what he's playing off as his actual goal. Cause I mean, I can't even ask you that because so Jason already watched all of it, so I don't even know how to ask a question.
I mean, I'm not.
Chris Fry, the manga guy, watched all of it too, so I don't even know how to ask you the question.
But I'm glad you brought that up, Chris. Have you played any of the Devil May Cry video games?
I actually haven't. Okay, I have played some of them, but I've never got like into them, so I don't really know any of the lore or anything like that.
Okay.
Which was one of the things that made me really want to get into the Devil May Cry like series, just because I was like, ooh, anime, I'll probably like it a little bit better, type stuff. Yeah. And it's been good so far. There are things that confuse me quite a bit, and some plot points I think are a little weird, like how Lady seems to always be able to survive everything she fights, but her group of soldiers that are the same way get massacred.
You talking about Mary?
Or Mary, whatever her name is. I'm bad with names.
Yeah,
this one who has the 2 dual pistols or whatever. Like she beats up everything, but then her group of soldiers are supposed to be just as badass as she is. They get like fucking slaughtered. Like I thought that was kind of weird. I was like, is that armor or something, or which it probably?
I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so, man. I think her situation has actually been pretty decent and pretty realistic. Like right now, like on episode 7, she actually did get her ass beat. Well, she didn't get her ass beat, but she ended up getting poisoned that took her out, and she was about to. I will give you that. That was asked for. That was plot because the White Rabbit already went up. No, it wasn't the White Rabbit. The black demon bat guy. I think he walked up to her and grabbed her by the hair. And he was about to. No, damn. The White Rabbit was about to cut her head off because Dante got knocked into the portal by the bat demon dude, and the White Rabbit went up to her, and he was like already mid swing to take her out, and then just because Dante and old dude came out the portal, he stopped for absolutely no reason, honestly. And then told the rest of the army to go attack Dante. And then, that kept going on. And she lived. I will give you that. That was plot armor and that was asked for. But other than that, though, I think it's all been pretty legit, personally.
I mean, we already talked to this a little bit before we started. I do think the animation is flipping fire. Like, it's great.
Hell yeah.
Like, it reminds me very much of, like, Castlevania and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's top animation right there.
Yeah.
X-Men 97.
What?
7.
And like the White Rabbit or whatever his name is, he looks like terrifying. Like if I saw anyone who looked like that, I'd just be like, "Nah, I'm out. Peace."
Fuck that shit, I'm out.
Yes, 100%. Like it's one of the things that always gets me is in these shows. Sometimes, like the soldiers, are like, "Let's go," and I'm like, "No! Did you look at him? No!"
I don't think they got it bad. I felt like the most scariest demon might have been the first one they introduced when they were doing like that. The auditorium where they were trying to gather bounty hunters to get Dante. I think that might have been like the scariest demon at that point. I don't think any of them really got scarier than that, personally.
Bro, he looked like a roach, dog. You talking about the dude who turned into a roach?
Right? Yeah, he had like all the legs. I mean, I'm terrified of roaches. I mean, the dude that took out all the legs and shit, and that to me that was the scariest demon out of all of them.
Nah, I mean the rabbit looks cool, man. That he's definitely not the most terrifying. Uh, I,
It's something about not being quite like made to be terrifying, but like because he has like the stitches or whatever that are in like the face. I don't know. It's like I said. I just know that if I ever saw that, I would just be like, I'm out. I'm good. Just something about him freaks me out. Like especially when he does that grin or
yeah,
whatever.
that's
Like,
Yeah,
true.
that grin,
yeah,
bro. He be killing that grin.
yeah. Like,
Follow me, Alice.
He's been doing some diabolical shit though, man. Like, if I had got the report on the rabbit, like maybe I don't know, like episode 5 or so, like I've seen this dude use a damn RPG. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To hit up the convoy. I seen him take out mercenaries that was doing the job for him in the first episode. I'm like, yo, nah, dude, I'm not messing with this rabbit, right? And to use a rabbit head, a peaceful animal that that just eats veggies and hops around all day as a diabolical figure, like that's
I
pretty
mean,
crazy.
is that still considered luck, or is it just the rabbit's foot that's luck?
I
Does
think
that
it's
still play a part in it too?
I think it's the foot.
I think it's only the foot, man.
Though I always thought those were weird because it doesn't seem very lucky to me. So I
Man.
mean,
But
that
the
rabbit lost his
right.
foot.
Hey, maybe the luck is in actually catching a rabbit and taking his foot.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Maybe that's the
Yeah,
luck. 'Cause I heard that was hard to
they
do.
quit. Yeah, I tried it before when I was little. It's not easy. But to get back on track with Devil May Cry, but and I guess it's good that we are talking about White Rabbit. Like I felt like that was kind of lackluster when White Rabbit, one, it was dope. He finally did the reveal. He took off his mask and he showed Maria, it's like, yeah, I'm the human that you said I was a demon with all these other demons I was trying to save that you just massacred because you just assumed we were all a threat without even attempting to figure out what was going on. So this is basically all your fault type of shit. But like that was dope. But then after all that, he does a little power when he starts his little one on one with Dante. Man, that fight ended so quick. I didn't expect his fight with Dante to be so lackluster. I was expecting that to be another highlight of the series, unless he's still alive because he ends up getting knocked off the building into the ocean.
Tossed in the Hudson
So
River.
so maybe he still has some more to go into the story, especially since he just told can't remember the dude's name, the black guy that he said he had his family. Especially since he just gave him orders to go accomplish something in the background too. So
Hey man,
either this was all part of the plan, huh?
don't even say that guy's name, man. Just say snitch, right? Like don't even get this guy a name, dude.
I got a better name. So Drake, the Rabbits got Drake's family.
All right, man. All right. Not so much. Go ahead, though.
But I'm assuming that this is another play. And then I'm sorry, I'm having like more questions and shit. But old dude, that White Rabbit got Virgil's blood from, he's looking like Sparta's brother or his son. Like,
Uh-huh.
hopefully we see what's going on with that in the next episode. But I can't talk about this shit, man. Because most of y'all probably sit on their grading and stuff like, man, he's either so far off or so right. Like, y'all can't even say nothing.
Hey, that's one of the beauties of watching a Netflix drop. You know what I'm saying? Like all the episodes come out in
Yeah,
Devil May.
awesome.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Chris. But Devil May Cry was such a fucking good series, man. Like I just couldn't watch one episode and stop. Like I had to like see it through very quickly. Might I add?
I wanted to too. I got this close to watching episode 8. I really did. I really did. But for the sake of being able to talk about it and not have like any more further context, I had to settle off on it, man.
What do you think about it, Chris?
I mean, Damien's kind of gone over most of it, but pretty much the same thing. Everything about honestly the whole series. I'm not going to try to go into anything that's spoil wise, but the whole series or the whole first season at least. As you said, I kept wanting to watch every episode and learning more about the lore the reveal for the White Rabbit in this episode I thought was awesome. Like it
Yeah.
really makes you feel for the guy, but then also at the same time you're like, man, you're about to just wipe out everybody because of that. Like, like it's definitely one of those moments where you're like, I kind of feel for you, but dude, you took it too far.
Yeah.
Like, I guess, like in a way, it still kind of doesn't make sense either. Because even when White Rabbit told Dante and Mary, what he was trying to do, like it was weird to me. Like Dante was just like, "Nah, you still in danger," and he was, we can't let that ride. Like he didn't, like at no point he wasn't like, "Okay, I can understand that." Just like how on Earth we have good people and bad people. Let's go ahead and get the demons that we know were good, and we'll bring them over here with the humans. Like he's already no, it wasn't him. Maria's already seen like different types of demons, but Dante only seen like the ones with like crazy superpowers and shit. But like it's kind of weird that he just went straight to absolute no
Yes,
when
that's kind of like my thing. Is like I get humans, wiped out, this group of demons that he became very close with, and all that good stuff. But man,
yeah
your demons weren't cared for by other demons either. Like you bringing this down just brings more, torture to everybody. Like honestly, the plan's awful. It's an awful plan that's obviously just born from hate and sadness. But it's just like whatever. Like it's at least still a good like plot point, and it definitely, like I said, it definitely makes you feel for him for at least a moment. But
yeah.
I don't know, like you start thinking about it a little bit more, and then you go, okay, man, not really, man. You're kind of crazy.
Yeah, because even going off the dome, I feel like this whole series probably could have ended like episode 4. White Rabbit, he came through the first time with a whole group of demons. They all got shot and killed. He's like, oh damn, he must have killed them because they look like demons. Okay, let's put masks on them to make them look like humans, and then they go out and try it. Then that would have been the story.
Hey, shout out to the number. Got
Top of the evening.
emoji. Top of the evening. Thank you for coming out supporting us tonight. Appreciate you, as always.
Thank you. But
Yeah,
yeah. Make the demons like humans and the story. It'll be like Men in Black, but with demons.
hey, so with that being said, Damien, or that, excuse me, what would you like to rate this episode as?
Oh, you talking to me?
That, what would you like to rate this episode as?
This one I actually probably have to do a little different, man. I might actually do some 7.5, man. There was just like there were like some plot stuff, and the way the story goes, like stuff just don't make sense yet. So, granted, I'm being very suggestive of what I've watched for this episode, not knowing what's going to happen in the next. But I'm gonna say 7.5.
Fair enough. What about you, Chris?
I'm gonna be pretty close to Dap on this one. I would give an 8, probably. Like it's still good. There's definitely like little nitpicky points, but that's nitpicking. It's still fun episode, great animation, good voice acting. Like everything flows real well. So to me, 8, good solid 8.
This shit, I'm giving it a 9, man. Devil May Cry, man, like they seem to always bring it every episode. Even when you might not like some of the plot points, like Chris alluded to, they still give you the animation, voice acting, all that, bro. Like, Devil May Cry is one of the
facts right there.
So with that being said, if anybody doesn't have any more comments about Devil May Cry, we're gonna move on to the next topic. Is everybody good?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
All right, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. If you just tuning in, we're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X. This is another episode of Where's My Anime, episode 25. If you missed it tonight, we went over My Hero Academia Vigilante series, Devil May Cry, and now we're about to get into To Be Hero X, season 1, episode 9, the Scion Girl. I'll start it off just for a little bit. To Be Hero X, man, has been surprisingly interesting, man. again, oh, we always do a disclaimer on this show about not reading the manga or down one. Uh, but in this case, we do have somebody who reads the manga. So Jay Sama and Dab's opinions, like our opinions are solely based on the anime, right? So I didn't do any early reading about this anime or anything. I kind of I don't know, I think I seen like some advertising for it, and I was like, all right, I'll give it a chance. You know what I'm saying? It's just coming out. Let's see what it's about, man. It has been surprisingly interesting. Just from the first two heroes, from Nice to oh damn, what's my man's electrical guy? Iso.
So,
Iso. Yeah, yeah. From Nice to Iso, and now we're about to get another one to Cyan Girl. I just hope that they bring they bring it all together right before season
yeah,
two. I just hope they just bring this shit all together, man. Don't know if that's gonna happen in this season or not, but I just hope they just tie everything and make everything connected, right? Because I see what they're doing and I'm enjoying it so far. Um, this episode here, man, kind of like the first episode in each hero segment. You know what I'm saying? You get an introduction to the new potential hero. You get an introduction to some of the supporting characters around this new hero. Um, and I felt like this one kind of sped up a little faster than what I thought. From seeing like the previous heroes going through their transition, I think this one kind of like sped up a little bit, or maybe not, because I think Nice did become Nice in the first episode. Um,
yeah,
but uh, yeah, man, it was good. I'm not gonna go into details about the episode, but the most interesting part about it for me was at the end when um she
yeah,
tried to escape and the dean was like, "No, the fuck you're not. You're
yeah.
gonna be right here, and I'm gonna be." Did he say he was gonna be a hero too? Um, but I think
Nah, his thing was more like helping people. He wanted to make sure people were safe or
get the fuck out of here, man.
yeah. He
He,
wasn't
he,
playing villain necessarily. Necessarily.
I mean, yes, necessarily, kind of was like holding somebody there against their will is a villain, bro.
I mean, she is an orphan. She did get adopted.
You still holding somebody there against their will, dog.
But if she got away and something happened to her, the dean will be responsible because the orphan got away from his facility.
I mean, but how old is she at this point?
How old is she?
Yeah,
I don't. They didn't drop age, but yeah. I'm not sure. They didn't drop age,
I mean,
so
she
I couldn't
probably
tell you.
still, bro, but she can go to the local authorities and tell them they're making her be the savior of this orphanage, dog. Because that's what it is. They're forced. They're putting forced, um, what is it, savior labor on this chick for the orphanage. That's what's happening. And
I mean,
the moment she tried to leave, her buddy was like, "No, get the fuck back. You staying here."
yeah.
So yeah, man, I think that was the most interesting part of the whole episode. Um, I don't know where I don't know where the I forgot his name already, but her friend who came in there, um, who,
Yeah.
like if there's maybe as lucky as you say you're supposed to be, then what I'm saying, you won't be able to make that shot. Like I don't know where he came from. He just came out of nowhere, but I guess it fits because
Oh, yeah.
this is like
I mean, he didn't and he did because they did say why he got there, but they just didn't show like when he got there.
yeah, and they made him real significant, like in that one episode. But I'm not downplaying the episode. I liked it, man. But as our guest, Chris, I'll let you take the reins from here, man. What are some of the things you liked about it, and what are some of the things you didn't?
Well,
I mean,
I will have to say, unfortunately, I haven't watched any of To Be
My
Hero.
God.
Yeah, that's the one I haven't caught up on. I'm sorry.
that's all good.
I'm giving it a quick read right now. I've given it a quick over. The guy,
It's all good.
the kid that you can't
You ain't
read
gotta
his
force it.
name is
You
Lou
ain't gotta
or
force
Lois.
it. You good?
Nah,
You don't have to force it. You
And
good?
also another point, they are adults when they try to leave the orphanage.
no
So
shit.
he's
Okay.
right.
Okay.
He's right. He held him against their will.
Wait. What is an adult? Are you trying to say 16? Or what's an adult?
I'm just telling you the
A
description
legal
it's given
age,
me
bro.
is that they're adults. So
Okay,
they should be allowed to leave. But
okay.
obviously, from what I'm seeing, is they turn the orphanage into kind of a cult over her supernatural luck.
Yes,
Is that what I'm getting?
yes, yes, a
Yeah,
Okay.
cult, bro. They had her,
I
bro.
mean,
bro
is it a
no,
cult? It's not. I wouldn't
no,
say
no,
a cult necessarily, but it's.
no, Cap. No,
Can
it's
I?
a.
I actually watched the episode. Can I do my drops real quick?
Oh, hold on, before you go to yours, before you go to yours, it's a cult, and here's why. Listen, man, they're actually forcing her to be the savior, right? Here's the thing. It all started when she was young, and she was just playing a random game of guess what hand is in or whatever, right? Um, and I believe one of the sisters there, was like, "Oh, you're guessing right every time, right? Like, it's a piece of candy. Is it a piece of candy in my left hand or is it in my right hand, right?" And she would guess which hand it was every time. So then slowly but
Crazy.
surely, it just kept escalating, right? And like I'm not gonna go through all the things she did, but it went from guessing the candy to hey, can you draw something on this map and tell me where to live at, right? And then when she did it, the person who moved there, ended up getting married and it ended up, having a big house and all this stuff. Then it progressed from there, where the sisters were like lining up just to get her advice on certain things of life, and they were kind of essentially being blessed by her, right?
Yeah.
Because she had extraordinary luck. And then, so moving on from that, the dean found out. He punished the sister like, you shouldn't be doing that. But when he noticed, in that same shot, the money, because one of the other sisters was going to pay for the service, right? It was going to pay for her to, give her advice on whatever she wanted. So when the dean saw that, he turned around, he seen that money fly down, and he was just like, you know what? We ain't about that. We ain't gonna be doing that. And he seen that money, bro. Everything changed. After that, we started seeing her in this all white cloak, performing in the church. And before people went into the service, that this little girl was blessing like little dolls, and the sisters was out there collecting money for people collecting these dolls. It was like they were like, "Oh, is this blessed by her?" It was like, "Absolutely." You know what I'm saying? And it was
Bit of
selling.
freedom.
I'm
It
just
was
saying, dude, that's a cult.
No, but that's the thing though. Just a little part that you kind of messed up. So the one sister, she was basically extorting Cyan, Cyan, because it was somebody that came from outside of the orphanage. I was like, hey, I heard about the blessings and luck. Can I get some of that? And she offered the sister, or she gave the sister money because she was extorting Cheyenne's power. And that's when the dean came through and it was like, nah, you ain't doing that. That's wrong. Whatever
yeah,
he said to her. But as far as like money, like I don't, the dean's not getting. From what we say so far, the dean's not getting money out of Cyan's power because all the stuff that you were talking about earlier that you were saying that they blessed or that she blessed. I think somebody asked if it did cost money, and they were like, no, this is free. Like I don't think they're
but
actually getting monetization out of it like that way. Maybe donation wise, because like the whole facility did glow up. I'm
yep,
not going to deny that at all.
no,
It did have a glow up, but I don't. It's kind of hard to say that he's just doing it for just the money though. Like he's already shown like where he's trying to drive her to go. Like he's already getting. He wanted to be a hero, but for whatever reason, something kept him from being a hero. But now he found a way that he can help people and help the orphans, like all at the same time. So like this is kind of like in a way his redemption arc, the way a moment for him to be a hero without him actually going out to be a hero, save a lot of people and get them something that they want in the process. Like,
yeah, yeah. So instead of the sisters extorting her, now he's doing it, and he's making her do it in front of the whole orphanage, right? Like you got her going in there singing songs to all the sisters in there, all the nuns and shit, and then he's like the big boss of it. He's orchestrated. This is probably could be considered as a RICO charge, actually. That it's a cult, man. And she tried to leave from that. And obviously, I don't think it's right because if it wasn't a cult, then she would be doing it based off her free will, right? And while they might not be getting money like from exchange, but maybe donations, I do think that his real purpose is to get her beliefs right. So like To Be Hero X is all on the stronger your trust value is, the stronger your power is, right? And the trust value comes from the civilians, the fans, and everybody believing in what you're doing. So if I think that's probably his biggest advantage that he's taking is gaining people's trust by what blessing them with her gifts.
I will say, while reading up on it, the way they describe it is, of course, people gain power through faith, is how it describes it.
Yeah,
so it makes sense. Somebody would turn this girl who has some type of supernatural ability into a cult, especially if they're looking to exploit her. Like, I'm just saying.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go in your favor, though, because they're going to be the ones getting the power up, not the exploiter.
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, definitely. Yeah. But, I mean, if you can just use it because she's a young girl, then, very easy to exploit somebody, even if they're stronger than you in that position, just because you can be like, oh, you have to listen to me, I'm your guardian, type shit, like all that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it kind of depends. I guess it kind of displayed on. I wish I can remember the dude's name, but the other kid that she ended up teaming up with. So he's basically the opposite of Cyan, which I love. Like, for whatever reason, I got like a cloak. I don't know the full background of it, but I got like Cloak and Dagger from Marvel vibes off of that, because he's purely bad luck. She's purely good luck. So I guess I was like, that's dope. I've never seen that kind of dynamic, especially not in a superhero environment. Like, I'm definitely curious to see how they're gonna play that out. But he expressed to the Cyan, like, not all good luck means that it's gonna go your way. I think that's kind of how you phrase it. Because that time when he gave it at Marvel to throw it, I think she wasn't supposed to hit or she was supposed to hit the fire alarm button.
Yeah.
And she did. And I don't get the whole gist of it, but I guess in a way, what he was trying to say was good luck doesn't always have to be a blessing per se. Like, I feel like she could touch dude and be like, I hope he gets sick. And then that's good luck for her. Not necessarily for him, but it is for her. Because then she can go do whatever she wants type thing. So I wonder if we're going to start getting a good little duality off of that. But to backpedal back a little bit further, though, man. So to start the episode off, it starts off with a plane just crashed. And supposedly everybody on the plane is, dead on arrival, But the rescue team or first responders still go through and they search the plane wreckage. And one of the guys, hears something, moves some of the wreckage, and finds Cheyenne perfectly intact, just crying, obviously because the plane just crashed. But they started going off of like the hypothesis or can't think of the other word for it, but they were thinking and saying that it might have been caused by some other heroes. Like, it wasn't just like something that happened with the ship, or with the plane. Like, something caused this, or someone caused this. So I'm wondering if she's like a offspring to either one of the heroes. One of the heroes on the plane was her parent, and the other one that destroyed the plane was her parent, trying to take out one of each other or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure, man. Yeah, I was gonna say, man, I'm not sure, but that is an interesting angle.
Yeah, I want to see like that.
Yo, what's going on, Jonathan? What up? Glad you tuning in, my boy.
I mean, granted, you didn't say me, but what's going on, Jonathan? Thank you for being here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, everybody up here. But yeah, I think that is an interesting point, man. Hopefully they reveal that in the next episodes, like who actually had the intention to shoot that plane out of the air, or make the
Yep.
plane crash. But I also think too that it was an interesting angle that the reporter had took, because he, I don't think he was saying more or less like a hero had something to do with it, but why didn't a hero intervene with what happened, right? Like, because he was saying like no heroes like tried to save the plane, nobody called, nobody did anything. So it was more like these heroes ain't doing what they supposed to do.
Yeah. I mean, and it's just popped in my head too, but it's highly just be speculating, theoretical, all that.
Man,
You good, man? You good?
it's all good, man. Appreciate you for dropping by, man. For sure.
Most definitely.
Yeah, hey, we're talking about Hero X tonight. To be Hero X right now. We're just talking about the last episode, the Cyan Girl. Just in case of you just tuning in. But yeah, man.
Yep.
But go
But
ahead. Finish your take.
what if the person that destroyed the plane was the same dude that killed Moon Girl on the last episode, the last little saga of Nice? Because that's the only person we've seen that was kind of ruthless like that. So I mean,
Oh,
that'd be dope if they wrap around like that.
absolutely,
That'd be
absolutely,
dope.
absolutely, man. Hey, so with that being said, man, what you gonna get that episode?
Oh, it's a 10. It's easy. Like, To Be Hero X, if you're not watching it, man, watch this. After watching this episode, I went back to look at the cover art for this Donwa. And there's like 9 or 10 characters. I'm not sure if there's like a dog thing in there. I don't know if the dog is his own character, but it's either 9 or 10 characters on the cover for this Donwa. And if they're going to be covering all 10, I definitely want to see how they're going to tie this all in together.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it a 9, man. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Um, not a lot of action storytelling, which is not a bad thing. But action is kind of my fucking jam, though. So I'm gonna
They
give
were
it a.
skating. You didn't get hyped when they were skating out of the auditorium?
Hey, look, man. To Be Hero X actually does a hell of a job at animating fight scenes. The way they go from 2D into 3D, and like how they kind of traverse the POVs and shit. Um,
Yeah.
so when I see that, I want more of it. You know what I'm saying? Just don't give me the slice of cake, the whole cake. You heard?
Which I'm glad you brought that up because I forgot. I think this is the only episode where they didn't go back and forth between 2D and 3D. They didn't do any 3D episodes at all in this one.
I
So
feel
3D animation.
Yeah, I feel like you know what, and they probably could have done that shit on the skating scene when they were trying to escape, but maybe they were like, nah, we're gonna hold it for the next episode.
Got to save
Oh,
that budget.
I mean, it's looking nice so far. I'm pretty. Oh yeah, I mean, like the next episode has got to go in, bro. They about to be fighting the Dean. The Dean looks like he got like some wind, Shidori, something type matches. It's
Airbender,
really dope.
you like a fucking air.
Hey, it might be.
Let's see,
Shout out
man.
Aaron.
Yeah, hey, Chris, you got any final comments you want to add before we move on?
Well, obviously, I'm not going to rate this because I have not watched it, but for everything that I've seen and read so far, because I've been kind of glancing over here while you guys have been talking, it looks good. I like its premise by far.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and it keeps telling me that like Esol's story occurs before Nice's, and then it says Scion's story occurs before Esol.
Wait, no. That's gonna be spoilers. We don't know. We got the ESO part. We know for sure that the ESO. Actually, we kind of didn't. We knew that like there were parts of it that showed that it came before what happened in the Nice little segment, but it wasn't exactly confirmed just yet.
My bad.
But Chris Fry, the Donwall reader.
But honestly, with everything I've seen, what I've heard you guys say about it, I'm gonna have to put this on the watch list because it looks It's reading well, so I bet it's gonna be good to watch. So
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're talking about coming back, I mean, they definitely watch this shit.
Yeah,
heck yeah.
it's
Hmm.
definitely a watch, though.
Definitely a great watch for anybody who has not watched it, or if somebody gave up watching it for whatever reason, pick it back up. It's great.
It's definitely seeming that way. I can't wait to honestly. Now I kind of want to go watch it. We're gonna have to wrap up.
I mean, we're more than halfway. We got next up.
Oh
Nava.
yeah, man, they've been on
Yes,
here for
sir.
a while. I didn't realize.
Thanks for
Nava.
everybody for tuning in tonight. If you're just getting in here, this is another great episode of Where's My Anime, episode 25. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and X tonight. We went over My Hero Academia, Vigilante series, Devil May Cry, season 1, episode 7, 2B Hero X, and now we're about to get into Yaba. Yaba, I got some mixed feelings about, man.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like earlier in the season, man, Yaba was kind of like in his bag or whatever, as far as my expectations and thinking like where this is gonna go. Got some ups and downs, but this episode here, man, from what I can tell, they turned it up a notch, man. And I also alluded on the last episode that I was a little taken back how they made that transition into Yaba actually going back in time. I had no clue that this is going to be something that they had put into the last episode, because all the previous episodes before that, all we get is the ogres and shit just coming to try to get the sword from Yaba. Like that's been like the trend for the past 3 or 4 episodes. So when they actually had Yaba go back in time, I'm like, oh shit, like what's going on? And then Onimaru, um,
Yeah.
he went and sent them to go get the legendary samurai for way back in the day, somebody who rivaled Mushi or Musashi.
Yeah. Yeah. We trying to remember his name. Something like that. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah,
Kojiro. Who's you talking about? That?
yeah, Kojiro, but the old man is Musashi. Um,
Yeah.
and so that whole transitioning was pretty cool. How you went back in time and Kojiro came to the present time. Well, yeah, they
Yeah.
put his soul in his dead body, right? They went back in time, got his
Yeah.
soul, and put it in his dead body. However the fuck that worked. So some anime magic. And in this episode here, man, and hey, Dap, do you remember me telling you like give fucking Yaba the orb, bro? Just let this man just let it go, let it fly. Like damn, at what point we gonna get this man, with his full powers intact? He's just not fucking spamming the
Yeah.
uh
Sure. Shimpuken. Yeah.
like damn dog.
Senpuken. Senpuken. Sorry.
Yeah,
Senpuken.
I'm trying to say yeah. I'm not trying to see that shit no more this series, dog. Let's see- I don't need to see no more of this whole series. Maybe at the last episode he does like a fake, right? Like, oh, Senpuken's coming, and he actually does some other shit. Cause man, he played that shit out. Kind of like Naruto and Rasengan. But anyway,
Yeah.
moving on.
Very close. Very close.
Yeah, man. So I think this episode was great, actually, and I also think that it's kind of similar to Yaba fighting his inner demon, inner hollow. Um, you know,
Damn. Jinkiriki at best.
everybody loves a bleach knot, man. You know what I'm saying? Basically having to battle his own bankai in his own consciousness to have power of it. I don't know. I don't know what other series you could point to that has a similarity.
Naruto. Naruto. What else? What that shitty anime? Tower Guide. What else?
First
Uh,
Our God was
what?
fire.
There's so many animes with people battling inner demons.
Carlos, whatever. But yeah, y'all, but showed it for a brief second, man. I wish it was a little bit more of that actually. And honestly, I wish it was more of a like conscious fight, like Ichigo and his. But whatever, it wasn't there. Um, but I mean, I fucks with this episode, man. Hey Chris, is this one of the episodes you were able to watch?
No, I haven't watched any Yaba at all
Oh,
either.
no.
Unfortunately, I get what you were saying before, Dap, on that. This looks like it's case closed, animation
Yes.
style, 100%. So yeah. I don't know anything about it though. I haven't heard of this anime like until you guys were like, it's on the list. Like I've completely missed this one. I don't even know where you watched this one at.
Oh, it's on Netflix.
I'll take that. That's my bad. I probably should at least put the sources down for all these. But yes, and then for the viewers too, you can watch this on Netflix.
On
Probably start doing
Netflix?
that as
Okay,
well.
cool. But it's also an older anime apparently.
Nah.
It's a remake.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a remake? Oh,
That's
shit.
what I'm saying here. Apparently, it was the original anime was 1993, but the original manga came out in 1988.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. So this is an old school anime right here.
Oh yeah, it definitely gives you that feel. And not in a bad way at all, but it definitely gives you that feel as an old school anime.
Yeah, for sure.
Gotcha.
For sure. What about you, Dad, man? What do you think about this episode, man?
How did this shit start again? Oh yeah, so they Yaba's back in the past with Musha. Sorry, I can't remember how to pronounce his name. But he's back in the past with Musha, and they finally show that some of the stuff that Yaba's been blabbering on about from his time, it's actually starting to take effect where he's at, and he's starting to like fade away or whatever.
Yeah.
But they never really explained like how he was able to undo him fading away like that. Like he just started, like he knew he changed the course of time by telling Mushi that the reason why you won is because you went late to the duel, and it made Kujiro made him lose his patience and cool, so
Yeah.
he was able to get the edge on him. But
Is that what you liked in the show, or are you just
this is what I think. I mean, Brad, that was kind of more stuff that kind of like stabbed me in the back, Brad. Because if I'm not mistaken, didn't the episode start with Kojiro and Mushi fighting, and
Yeah.
then Kujiro's about to go for basically like a finishing blow, and then all of a sudden somebody comes out of the portal and a black gi and deflects the attack. He's like, "Are you?" And then it just cuts into the intro. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. But man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. When he came out that point, I was like, "Oh shit!" They fucking aged him up. Like he's taller and shit now. Like Onimaru, like he got some age on him. Like yo, that's fucking dope. And he got to do something. Oh, this shit about to be fire. Just to have all that get slapped in the face. Just, like man. Because later on we find out he just took clothes that Mushi in the past had that he was gonna wear to the duel against Kojiro. He just wore that and tried to pretend to be him, and he ended up basically getting his ass beat by past time Kojiro for past time Mushi come through and save him, which is even more wild that the thing that killed Kojiro was just a well-placed strike to the head with a boat paddle. I'm pretty sure it was an actual weapon, but it looked like a damn boat paddle.
Dog, it kind of looked like the shit they used to have in school, like back in the day. When you got like the wooden paddle, dog.
But that's just wild because after he got hit with it, I'm like, okay, but when did he die? And then also you see his spirit come out. I'm like, really? That's how he died?
Yeah,
that was wild.
Paddle the ass. That's what happened. But did you see it create craters in the earth when he fucking struck him on the top of the head? Like It was just such a crushing blow.
I mean, it definitely had like some shock. Like it definitely had a like an aftershock and shit. Like he fucking struck the fuck out of him, but like still, though, that's still crazy. Cause he's showing that type of power now. Like I guess he just like really got out of his ways of the art of
yeah,
samurai. But that's still wild.
yeah, yeah,
But the
yeah, man.
but but then after that, so like the whole reason why Yaba was trying to get past Yoshi Bushi to fight past uh Kojiro, so the portal come back from the what's it, Mr. Ant for Mr. Spider coming through to snatch up his spirit. So Yaba can use that same portal to hop in and get back to present time. And honestly, that's the part that messed up the whole episode for me because that doesn't make any sense.
Ow.
Because that means that's a constant loop. That means it's happened more than once, but we know it only happened once.
No, it doesn't.
Why doesn't?
All right, you're wrong, and let me explain. no, no, look. All right, so look. So stay with me here. Yaba,
Mm-hmm.
Yaba goes to the time portal back in time, but he
Mm-hmm.
goes back in time at an earlier date than when the
Mm-hmm.
spider came and got Kojiro's soul, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that means that when Yaba gets to the date when the spider comes back in the past, he's able to see the spider in the past and go through the portal. It's not a constant loop unless somebody else goes back to the past, and now they're able to see Yaba in the past, go and jump into the portal with the spider. You get what I'm saying? The
But
only
that's
time
part where the okay,
it
what?
will it will only be a constant loop if somebody else goes back into the past.
But that's the thing though. That part doesn't make sense because when he opened that portal, he should have came out at the same time when Mr. Spider was putting the spirit into
No,
Kojiro. Yeah, he should have. That's when the portal was open. When he was grabbing the spirit to put it into Kojiro, not when he was in the middle of a fight with old dude.
no,
It
he was
didn't. There was no reason why he should have popped up at the moment where he got dumped into the portal because the portal was closed. He's coming in when the portal was open.
here's where you're wrong. When Yaba got sucked into the portal, remember he got sucked into the portal because he was fighting Kojiro. He didn't
Hmm.
get in the portal when the spider went through the portal. So that was still past tense. That's why you don't see Yaba come through the portal when Yaba's still there. That's why it's no
But he should
constant.
have.
No,
But he
because
should have.
no,
Because
because that was
there was no portal open in the middle of the fight after he got put into the portal. A portal just magically popped up, and then all that shit started happening.
no. It's still past tense though.
How would that still be past tense?
The portal was still there, dog. The portal had been there since they had arrived. I guess the spider didn't close it.
I had to go back and look at that, but it still wouldn't explain how he was able to sit there and pull and come back through at the
That
time of his absence. He should have
is,
came in at the time of when the actual event occurred. 'Cause he's going off events. If we talking about like actual time travel and shit, he should have popped up at the event in time when
okay,
Kojiro was getting the spirit put back into him. That's when he should have popped up. He would have been right there beside Mr. Spider doing
absolutely,
that shit. Yeah.
absolutely. I thought you was having a problem with the fact that he was able to even go back. He was even able to go back and use the same time that when the spider head came and got his spirit. I thought that's what you were saying.
No,
But yeah,
no,
I
no,
got
I'm saying, yeah, he should have arrived at that time when he got the spirit. That's what I'm saying.
it. Yeah. Because that's the time that he left from the past. Nah, I thought you were saying the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, we basically
Nah.
saying the same thing. Yeah, they need to fix
I'm gonna need your starting of your segment to be redacted, please.
Nah, man, I thought you was arguing with the fact that it shouldn't have been possible for him to come back during the same time when the spider took Kojiro's soul. That's what I thought you were
nah,
saying.
nah, I
Yeah.
completely understand that. It's just the time where he came into the present. That part, he actually should have never been able to arrive in the present. Basically,
However, however, Here's the kicker:
Hmm?
because he didn't go back in time. He didn't go back in time when the spider went back in time when he opened the portal. So I'm assuming the time frames are a little different, right? So because he went back in time before he came and got Kojiro Soul. As a matter of fact, I want to say it was like a whole day earlier, right?
No,
It had to
it
be
was still the same day.
it had to be at least like 12 hours, dog, because he had time to train.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Yeah. It was like a week or something. Like they had several days to do shit. Like it was long at times. Yeah.
Right. So he went back in time that far back through the same portal in the future. So then
Man, that doesn't. I didn't even think about it. That. Doesn't make sense either, huh?
Man, you
so
guys, this
perhaps
is
through the
starting to
same.
sound like a
So,
very confusing anime.
I mean,
It's just this scene right here, man. They put time travel in there that shouldn't have been in it whatsoever, man.
but you know
Uh,
what? You know what? It makes sense, man. Since this shit was done back in the '80s, a lot of time travel exists.
yeah, I
they,
mean,
they didn't. They
yeah,
didn't.
he's not wrong on that. It's not like we set into cultural stone what the rules of time travel were at that point.
So what you're saying is they should
Man,
have AI.
no, not what I'm saying.
But I mean, no, but like even saying that though, like that still just doesn't make like I didn't even think about it. That further doesn't make sense because that means for whatever reason, unless that's just how the portal worked, the longer that it was open, the further it went back. So he was really just dipping in at the time that he know he needed to dip in to pull out, and the longer it stayed up, it just meant the further it went back in time. So when Yaba got pushed into it, that's when he got pushed back at that week before the actual showdown, and then it goes from there. Like if you think about it like that, okay, I guess that makes sense. I had to put that shit together for it to make sense. But it still doesn't make sense why he was able to get pulled in when Mr. Spider was getting Kojiro's spirit and him not pop up beside Mr. Spider, putting Kojiro's spirit back into his corpse so he can go fight Yava.
Hey,
He should have
one
came up
more,
at that time.
hey, one more comment before we give it a rating. What about what about if Yaba actually didn't go back to the present time? What about if he actually went back before the present time, but that was just his present time?
Oh, he did fuck up the timeline because he left Mochi's book back there. So like timeline is fucked up. I don't know
No,
what
but
that means, but it is fucked up.
I'm not saying I wasn't saying that angle like he fucked up the timeline. What I'm saying is what about from our point of view? It looks like he went to present time, but what about if he actually went to the past before the present time? Meaning that maybe what's his name again? Musashi. Maybe Musashi already fucking died because oh buddy's about to deliver the final blow. So maybe the future Musashi's dead because of
Oh, because Jabba wasn't there.
exactly. So maybe he actually didn't actually go to the present time. He went to the best time to save Musashi. Who knows?
Damn. But see, man, that's putting like so much extra work in it. So basically, what you're saying is the time when Mr. Spider pulled the spirit from the past to put into Kojiro when Yaba came back. That was the exact same time when he left his actual time, which
Yeah,
was in his new time,
yeah,
which aligns with that time.
yeah,
when
My,
yeah.
my face is scrunched up.
that's,
My
that's
brain hurts.
we
Hey,
shouldn't be doing this much time math and shit for a samurai anime.
hey, while your brain kind
That's a
of
great point, though.
while your brain settles down a little bit, I'm gonna give this episode, man. I'm gonna give it a 9, man. They definitely stepped the game up. It's definitely a lot more exciting than previous episodes, and the time skipping really didn't make any fucking sense. But at the same time, I didn't get the old same old story of the ogre's coming and he wants to take the sword, so let's get it. Like what I'm saying, it was something different. A different element to it. I'm gonna give it a 9. What about you, Dap?
Sadly, man, it's gonna be more the opposite, man. I'm probably going more like I'll say 6.7. Yeah.
6.7. Hey, look,
I
Chris.
still. Oh, so go ahead.
No, look, Chris. I don't know if you noticed about that or not, but when it's a technical flaw in the anime, it's like it's like
Back on the play.
his intention and conscience would not let this man give an anime anything higher than a 7 when it's a technical fucking foul on the play.
6.7 is just a wild number to give. Like,
Yo, man.
I mean, I was gonna say 6.5 to be honest with you, but I bumped it up to 7, man. Oh, and really, that extra 2 points might be more because I have expectations for the next episode because I did watch a little bit of the not necessarily the recap, but the trailer to the next episode.
Black Love by Design. What the hell? I'm confused. We're confused too. Yeah, we just threw a bunch of theories out there, but yeah, we confused too, man. Y'all was one of those joints, man. It's a good show to watch. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna quite recommend it this yet, but I've been enjoying it a little bit. But this last episode, man, just had some crazy time jumping shit in it. I don't know.
If we got anybody in college studying time travel, man, we'd like to hear your opinions on this episode.
Yeah. You talk about it, man. Right love, right design. What? That rating is something above a 3. Okay, then. Hey, look. When this man sees something technical, inaccurate, he is gonna shit on it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that man for being a little generous.
Rightfully so.
Yo, shout out.
Rightfully so. It's not bleach, so I mean that's already like an extra 2 points alone right there.
Oh, this man is definitely a bleach. I don't know if you know that. But with that being said, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this segment. I gave it what? I gave it a 9, right? You gave it a 6.5, 6.5, and
6.7.
6.7. All right, cool then. Those of y'all just tuning in, this is another great episode of Where's My Anime, episode 25. If you just coming in, you missed us doing our reviews about My Hero Academia Vigilante series, Devil May Cry, To Be Hero X, Yaba, and now we're about to get into Go Go Loser. What's up, that man? Go ahead and get off your chest, man, before we move on. Go ahead, say it.
No, this is pre-knowledge because I know y'all didn't watch it, and I really need y'all to watch this. Like this episode was all over the fucking place. Like I really don't even know where to begin. Did you watch it or no? Yeah.
All right, look, man, because I just looked on my phone, man, and I do not see a new episode of Go Go Loser. I don't see it. Well, where did you watch it at?
Hulu. I think that's the only thing you're watching.
I know, because I've been watching it on Disney Plus. Is Hulu no longer?
Oh, yeah.
Like, bro, I'm telling you,
that's another one.
Bro, I don't see it. As a matter of fact, where it says,
What's the last thing you seen? Maybe I should say that.
Hey, look, when you put that up there, man, you said episode 19.
Episode 19? Yeah.
Bro, when I look on Disney, dog, it's only 14 episodes up there.
Wait, do I have 19 on it for real? Did I figure that?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you, because I'm like, ain't no fucking way.
Hey, when I go to Hulu's website, they have 19 episodes, and the 20th comes out in June.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Bro, I don't know then, man.
Where's he 14 at? What are you looking on?
It might be because since you're watching on Disney Plus, since they're doing like a combination thing, maybe they only let so many episodes over there. Trying to get people to Hulu. I don't know.
It's either that, man. You know, Where's My Hentai is like 4 episodes back. You gotta get off of there, man. You can't watch all the episodes from there.
Man, I don't know, man, but all I'm saying is they literally have a Hulu. They literally have a Hulu button inside the Disney app that features a bunch of Hulu shows, and I see Go Go Loser up here, and it only has 14 episodes. I don't understand.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man, but I have more questions than like me just spatting them off. I don't even feel like it wouldn't help nothing. I'm already confused. It gave so much, and then stuff just didn't make sense.
Well, this is another one that I haven't heard of until you guys gave me your list. So unfortunately, I haven't watched any of this one.
Have you watched Fire Force, Chris?
I've read that one more than I've watched it, so I'm ahead actually. Apparently,
How far
Yeah.
are you ahead? Oh, okay. Hold on.
No, you don't want to hear that. You already gave me a little bit of spoilers.
actually, from talking to Damien, it sounds like the anime is very close to where I stopped reading. So, because it gets weird.
Okay, so look,
He's already there.
I tell you what, we can circle back to Go next week, and we'll just go ahead and jump into Fire Force for the night, and that's gonna take us out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Fire Force season 3, episode 9, Holy Sword Resurrected. If you look under my name, Jay Simon, you see Arthur's back. Yeah, Arthur just has like a very funny, compelling story, man. And this shit was kind of, I guess, surprising.
Speak your truth, though.
It's surprising, man. I'm gonna just say it's surprising because, I mean, honestly, it is surprising. I didn't know which way this shit was gonna go. And honestly, so when Arthur and the only name that comes to mind is King. I know his name is not King. The engineer guy.
Yeah, I couldn't give his name either. I apologize. I can't think of him. I can't think of Octopus Fire Girl. And I probably just forgot the little kid that name with him. But yeah,
I almost forgot why the little kid was with him. I was like, who the fuck is that? But yeah, man. So they all go down there to the Nether because they was trying to put up a little show to convince Arthur, like, they're gonna, make a new Excalibur sword for him and shit, and you know what I'm saying, like, he ain't have nothing to worry about, but they was gonna put him on a little journey, to bring his morale up. So Arthur goes through it and somehow deciphers the fact that he needs to go down to the Nether to get this rare metal. He needs to, be forged for a weapon. Goes down there, Arthur runs into his fucking parents, right? And the crazy part about this shit is like his mother just starts spewing shit about the world that
that we just found out about.
that we just found about it. But not only that, but Fire what's their team's called again? Station 8? It's not Station 8 though.
Yeah. That's Squadron 8.
Oh, Squadron 8. Company 8, yeah. So, they're thinking like Company 8's the only one really privy to this information because they've been putting the puzzles, they've been putting the puzzle pieces together. And then, she just starts spewing out all this information about the world and the evangelist and the great cataclysm coming up. And, Arthur's just like, yeah, my mother's very wise. And the engineer guy and Octopus lady, they was like, what? Like, how the hell she know that? And so, like, I thought that was interesting, man. And then, I thought I was about to get like a sincere story from the dad, but this motherfucker, like, yo, all I do is just look at my hat, you know what I'm saying? And I can see the stars of this world and everything about it. I'm like, really? Like, that's what you gonna go with? Yo, and then they leave.
Told me to go and discover my nether, go and discover the nether. So I left my kids and my wife to go discover the nether.
Bro, Arthur was sleeping on the floor, bro. They said that shit like, bye son, I'm about to go on the journey. And he was asleep. He didn't even hear shit. So they skedaddled, dog. And while they down in the Nether, these fucking little children came out. They're like, yeah, we had them while we was down here.
Wow, man.
Man, I was like, that's why. Like, I was looking at, I was smiling, I was shrugging my shoulders. I was just doing a lot of stuff, man, because I didn't know how to take the information that I was seeing.
But
so
isn't that sorry to cut in? Isn't that kind of just that's just Arthur though? Like, I think that's what kind of makes it neat in the story is whenever it's kind of Arthur's point of view, everything is a little crazy and fantastical, I guess is a good word for it. Like, I mean, it kind of makes sense his parents would be kind of batshit too.
Yeah, I guess when you think about it like that, yeah.
And then like his dad's like able to see into the future and has information that, you know, the main characters, as he was saying, had to put together, and he just has it because he's able to like see things and shit. Like, it was so odd. Like, I remember that, like, reading that and just going, this is weird, but this is Arthur, so I just kind of move along.
Yeah, but I just think it's ironic, man. Or not even ironic. I just think it's real weird, like how he just ran into his parents down there after all this time. And also too, I mean, I get Arthur's perspective on it, but I really just don't get the parents, man. Like the parents are hilarious, dog. Oh, like yo, like you didn't take Arthur down into the Nether because you didn't want to bring, you know, a child down there, but then you have like 3 kids while you're down there. Don't ever go back and get Arthur or nothing. Just, you know, oh, we got a new family now. Then
They
just
didn't
go.
need condoms for that journey.
And from what I
Oh,
remember, Arthur
yeah,
doesn't seem to really care either.
no,
Like, that was
no,
always kind of my thing that I thought was weird. You'd think this be like some big emotional moment, but like Arthur doesn't seem to give a shit either.
not even
It's like,
like
oh, cool, mom, dad.
my mom's always been super smart. Yeah, and then they found the rocket material, and then Arthur puts together some type of line about it being fucking forged by the stars and shit. Like, you know, of course, man, Arthur's my boy, so that was cool. Um, and you know, the whole dialogue going back and forth with the other characters, you know, about, you know, kind of being fed up. Like, I don't think this shit is working. I think we need to go back. And Arthur's like, you know, what the hell are you talking about? You know, this is gonna be you know, this is a journey to get my Excalibur and all that shit. Like, I think all the dialogue was cool, man. Um, but moving forward, oh, did you have something you wanted to comment about Arthur on that?
Nah,
Nah,
my turn.
yeah. Moving, moving forward, his family goes to the fucking the above ground, and you know, I think the octopus chick asked Arthur. Oh no, it was I think it was the one that got the that super lucky. Could have been her. But she asked Arthur like, "Hey, you know, what happened to your family?" He's just like, "Oh, you know, they haven't been above ground around in a while, so they're just out doing some shopping and shit." And then he's reading a letter saying like, "Hey, see you later. I'm going on to another journey." Like, like
Yeah,
doesn't even tell him to his fucking face. But Arthur's just looking at it like, whatever. I'm the Night King. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like Excalibur. It don't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? Go off and do what you
yeah,
want. Like, I'm good. I'm Gucci now.
Just
So
wait.
I don't know, man. I just felt like that was weird. Just a weird little, you know, little ending to his parents. Um, and then we got to see Shin, man. You know, meditate and finally, um, I guess have a double link with his brother. You know, in the higher state of consciousness, the third eye, as fuck, man, I can't remember you know, the guy's name that told him he needs to
Mr.
get
Dopeness. Oh, what do you name this? Moonlight. Moonlight. Let's go Moonlight.
Moonlight, yeah. But Shin said, yo, he said everybody believes in you, man. You the destroyer.
Yeah,
Um, I thought that was pretty dope too. So, yeah, you know, we saw that and that was pretty cool. But I told you that, bro, I'm telling you, this is double link thing, bro. It's gonna be very important in the future.
yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah. I'm hoping they definitely break that down so that makes more sense because like that was Shane's like all of his like 3 minutes of screen time this episode. His thing was asking Moonlight, you know, like, have you ever been back to Adola? You know, I want to raid Adola. I'm like, raid Adola? How are you raiding the place? Like, I don't understand that concept. 'Cause I guess I have to think about it as another plane of existence. I guess. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. I gotta see how they. There's not
it's,
much stuff made sense to me for this episode. To be honest with you. What were you saying?
I said it's the higher plane of existence.
I mean, I guess, but I guess I'll see next episode what that means. Sadly, this episode felt like I'm just go off the anime that gives me the most of this perfect situation shit. This is like a Bleach type of episode. Like too much stuff was just hella coincidental, and it was purposeful. And I didn't like it, bro. I was hoping that the author's parents were gonna be like some infernos or something. Like they weren't gonna be who they actually were supposed to be. But that wasn't the case. They were exactly who they were supposed to be. And as soon as I saw them and they kept going off, showing more and more that it was them, I was like, I don't like this. This is too coincidental. This is beyond coincidental. Like, I don't like it.
The
Honestly, I just
engineer,
had to leave it off. Hmm?
the engineer said it. He said this is too much of a coincidence that his parents are down
He
here.
did.
He actually
Yeah,
said it.
yeah, he did. And I was hoping at that time it was going to be one of those things where, you
Gotcha.
know, yeah, but no, they kept riding with it. I mean, they even found the fucking the rocket head of a rocket for Arthur to be able to use for a sword. Like everything was too coincidental for moving the plot along in the worst way possible, in my opinion. Like,
But that's Arthur. That's
Yeah, that's
like
Arthur.
the thing with his
I
character.
mean,
That's how it works for him.
not necessarily. Like, I could have understood, like, if it was like, unless you try to tell me that's his imagination that materialized that somehow fire and heat turns into imagination, and that's what all that was. Now, if you're trying to tell me that,
No, I'm saying
that's still be
as
a hard drive.
as like I guess as like a story mechanic or something like that. That's what Arthur is. He's this ridiculous thing. Everything kind of meshes up for it to move the story along, and that's what makes him funny. He's the comic relief character.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like it.
he's basically he's basically Excalibur from Soul Eater, who screams fool at everybody.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. As much as I love it, I have to
That's
go back
Arthur.
and watch it, bro. I have to go back and watch it.
I think it's more just kind of they like to have a character who's like that, and I think that's just more Arthur's thing. And not to like, crush on your point or anything, but it's just like
Oh, no,
with Arthur, like the comic, relief character who all these things kind of work out to make it where the story works out for him is kind of the point. Is essentially because like the other characters, they have their falls and have to learn and all that, but Arthur doesn't learn anything. Not really. Like he gets further in his delusions. Like that's the point.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'd definitely give you that. Like, if you want to say that this episode is more like giving off of the fact that it's like a video game where he's on his quest, and that's exactly like it. Kind of like how they betrayed him before he got to the Nether when the little girl was like, "It's a street cat. Can you come help me?" And he was like, "Nah, I ain't doing no side quests." And he just kept going. Like,
Yeah.
if you put that to the forefront, yes, it makes sense, but it's still just the way, to me, the way it was portrayed, it just didn't work for me, man. Everything was just too coincidental, too perfect, man.
I don't know. I think that's part of the charm of the character, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I love Arthur. He's easily top two, easily.
Chris, you got this man to change his opinion. Damn.
Oh no, I didn't take my opinion. This is still not a good episode.
Yeah, be able to do My God, okay. Chris, well, shit, you didn't actually watch the episode. However,
You did read it.
I have read it. Yeah, that is true. I know exactly where that's at. You guys are very close to where I stopped originally.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say too much because it is spoilers.
Okay.
But I don't think you're very far. I would say like 2, maybe 3 episodes behind at this point.
Okay.
From what I'm remembering. But let's just say Arthur and Dragon's next fight's going to be fun. Let's just say that. That's all I'm going to give.
I mean, kind of just to further drive what I was saying, I really didn't like the fact that the next person that Arthur fight, or the person that pushed Arthur to go so far, was a dude named Dragon that fucking acts like a dragon for Arthur to be like, I'm gonna slay a dragon. Like, all that was just too, like, very Bleach-like. Like, it just shit that it just doesn't work, man. I hate when they do moments. I don't like shows that do moments like that. I really don't.
Yes,
But
because that was the worst possible matchups to be
yeah,
fighting in the show.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So that means when the odds come out, it's more of a creative way that's going to be executed to have whoever went out in the fight. I'd rather have that than know already right off the bat, like for Arthur. As soon as he saw it was a dragon, he got a power up. He's like, yeah, his imagination went crazy, his determination went crazy because he knew he was slaying a dragon. But that wasn't going to be the same for the person he's going up against. He doesn't know the fucking Arthur's imagination drives him to be stronger. He's just a fucking dude who goes by the name of Dragon and kind of looks like a dragon, but he ain't a dragon. It's like it doesn't do nothing for both characters. It's just one. So yeah, I'd rather have it to where both characters are on uneven playing fields, so the creativity can actually flow while the story's progressing,
but that's not
instead of
true.
just having to work for one character and it progress.
But that's
Yes,
not
I know
true.
Arthur got fucking knocked out by the dude named fucking Dragon. But we already got a little bit of a spoiler. They're already gonna fight again. We already knew they were gonna fight again. But it's gonna be the same shit again. Arthur's gonna get another crazy ass power up because he's gonna be like, not only am I facing a dragon, this is the one that defeated me from last time. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be the Night King Slayer of the Arthur Round Tables, and then he's gonna go fucking crazy. He's gonna have a crown made out of full plasma. His cape is gonna be plasma. His sword is gonna be plasma. He's probably gonna get a body of armor and fucking plasma. And it's all because his imagination of him fighting somebody that's a dragon that fits his trope in his imagination to perfection. Like it's
It's
two
not
to the teeth for the character, man. He's
everything.
made for Arthur.
Everything you said is not true, though. Oh, I think it was because even in the midst of Arthur fighting Dragon,
Mhm.
Dragon was like, oh, so you actually get your powers from being in your delusion, right? Like he knew exactly how Arthur was, able to have the power he was, and also elevate his power. Like he knew that, so it kind of worked for both characters, bro. And secondly, it like almost in every fight with Fire Force, um, there's always been like an underlying meaning of the significant fights. Even though you might say, well, oh, that's a perfect matchup, Arthur and Dragon. If you remember correctly, before fucking Arthur got there, he sliced up one of the other evangelists. I can't remember exactly who it was. But they got the business before the dragon came out there. If you remember
Yeah,
correctly, I think it was
yeah,
the
yeah.
guy who controlled the wind or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, the chick that did the gold, she was able to control gold.
Oh no, no, no! The team handled her. The team handled her because they used something that had a
Oh yeah, yeah. Old girl was able to
team.
Haunting was able to do the shit. Yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right.
He was the guy who could manipulate wind or some shit like that, and Arthur just came through and struck his ass down. But even Shin and what the fuck is the captain name? Um, the
Not
captain of
burnt.
the squad. Yeah, Captain Burns. Even Shin and Captain Burns. That was perfectly matched up too. If you really think about it.
What the? Not
Yes,
really.
bro. The whole fucking reason for the fight was for fucking Shin to become stronger to
And
be
that's
able to take the helm to keep fighting a good fight. Like that's what I'm saying. I mean, you make these callbacks, but every fight that's significant in Fire Force has specific matchup reasons. I mean,
that's not a perfect matchup though. Like Burns, like really even that fight didn't make any sense because you can't give me a delivery for a person that you're like, yo, we can't have this guy reach his highest stage, which I think was like 5. If he reaches that, he's undefeatable. And he ends up getting defeated. And it's not even because Shen was like able to outdo him or anything. I can't even remember how he really got taken out, besides the fact that his doppelganger came out and stabbed him in the chest and pulled him into whatever doppelganger land it was. If you remember what I'm talking about, Chris,
well, yo,
definitely
yo,
Not
chime
Shin,
in
sure
on
on that
that.
one.
Shin did the fucking Adolin, put the damn blue flames on his ass, bro. You don't remember that? Like he had a mad power up when he was fighting Captain Burns down there after he fucking drilled his ass through the ground from being on the top floor. Like shit got real activated down there. You don't remember that? He broke
I mean,
through. Burns went to super gold he went like Super Saiyan 2 Gold, right? You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
remember that. It was like stage 5 or some shit. Yeah, and they were like, he's undefeatable and shit. Like it
yeah,
was like a level that,
boom.
like, like
That's what I'm saying. It was a match. It was the perfect
uh,
match.
I wouldn't say it was a perfect match.
Yeah, so
I say that's more of an ass for to me, but
I
that's
will
just me.
say to give a point to Jay on this one. Dragon also like plays in to Arthur's delusion, which Jay was saying. So it is a perfect matchup, but also Dragon makes it even more perfect by going, if you see me as a dragon, I will be a dragon.
yeah,
Because his whole thing is that he was born powerful and it's caused him to lose hope. And I don't know if this is for sure his thing, but it kind of seems like he wants to just be killed. He wants somebody to be more powerful than him. And I think he might be playing into Arthur's delusion just to see if Arthur can reach that level. I don't know 100% on that one. That's all theory. That's
yeah.
not something I've read or anything. But that's just from the stuff I've read and what I've grasped from the characters.
Yeah. Thank you for the insight, Chris. One thing that really confuses me about Fire Force is that these evangelists, man, they just fucking come out of nowhere. Like these strong ass fucking fire users, dog. They just come out of fucking nowhere. Like
That's
Dragon, right? It would have been nice to see him like in season 1, like as like somebody that they don't never call unless shit's about to go down. You know what I mean? Or just seeing just the ability to watch some of these guys, kind of like how um Bleach did with the Espada and shit, right? Like, you saw them all at the table, but no, I'm just saying, like, you saw them all at the table and shit, during the arc, and you were like, oh, okay, saying those are those guys, and then as the fight started happening, they started revealing, like, what I'm saying, whatever their power levels were and stuff like that. It's just that in Fire Force, you know, the guys on the
A
mission,
new challenger.
motherfucking new regulars just show up and they just fucking keep showing up and they're strong as shit and they have very unique powers. I just find that quite odd about Fire Force, man. I'm like, would have been cool to see these guys in other seasons or just get a glimpse of them or something. But
I mean, I guess if they do them like the people that's part of the new pillars now, maybe now that they got them introduced, now they'll do like some backstories on them. Like they did like old girl that does the mind control class and shit. Like now we got more backstory on her and shit after she's been shown around for what two? Gosh, she's around since season 1, right? Yeah, yeah.
yeah, you talking
Like
about the Mark? Well, when did we get some background on her?
yeah. I mean, kind of throughout the series, but like the last couple episodes, like we know that she was doing. I really vaguely remember, but she does some shit that basically like drains a lot of energy out of her, like borderline kills her, and
Oh yeah,
one
yeah.
black guy, he doesn't like that type of shit because he actually wants to see the pillars, be good and shit. But they do like subtle backstories for people as it goes.
Well, let's go ahead and get into the ratings of this episode. I'm gonna let you go first, out real quick.
I'm looking more like 3.5.
Oh, you fucking hitter, dog.
I don't like shit being too coincidental, man. It's just wild. I don't like it. It's not good storytelling, man. It's not. It's not. Yeah, I'm right with that. 3.5.
I'm gonna give it an 8, man. Just because I fuck with Arthur, man, and I like Arthur's story, man, and that's why I said Arthur's back. He got the new Excalibur, so let's fucking go. And hopefully, man, we can get a little bit more on Shin. But Chris, man, we about to wrap up the show. Is there anything that you like to say, or anything you like to I don't know, here's talk about next week, or if you're gonna join the show next week? You got any comments you want to just put out there real quick?
Um, I don't really know on that front. Thanks for having me. I guess it's been fun.
Yep.
I'll see you guys next week because if you'll have me.
Yeah, man. catch up on some shows so we can go a little deeper in this
Yes, I will definitely catch
episode.
up.
And
That's my bad.
after. Nah, you good, man. We appreciate you having me, man.
Well, thank you.
Should we take you out in song?
Yeah.
Chris Fry, the anime. Oh, no. Yeah, I keep trying to say anime. Chris Fry, the manga guy. Chris Fry, the manga guy. Chris.
And we can just end it there.
You got Dap up here doing original songs and shit, man. But with that being said, man, thank for everybody who watched out, who tuned in tonight and watched. Oh no, we got one last comment up here. Bye AI.
We'll catch y'all next time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, catch y'all next time. We're gonna go ahead and close out the stream. We was live tonight on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X. We covered a lot of anime. We're gonna cover a lot more next week.
Spin the outro.
And that's a wrap. Thank you for watching another episode of Where's My Anime.
Great appreciation to those who liked, subscribed, and viewed today's episode.
If you agree with what I said today or disagree with what Dab had to say, please drop it in the comment section. We will reply. And as always, I'm your boy Jay Sama.
And I'm down. We'll catch you on the next season, the next episode of Where's My Anime.
You heard?